does a city famous for love leave thousands sleeping on its streets? It's a brutal contradiction, and the answer is a truth hidden in plain sight. We're here to expose it. Welcome to Street Truths. Did you know that by 2025, the historic city of Philadelphia is projected to have one of the most severe homelessness crises in the entire nation? Or that this city dedicates nearly $1 billion each year to combat this issue, only to see the number of people without a home steadily climb? Here, in the very shadow of the Liberty Bell, an icon of freedom, thousands of souls navigate streets glazed with ice. Their hopes, once bright, are now lost in a fog of widespread indifference. How can a city, world-renowned for its brotherly love, leave so many of its own behind? We are here to pull back the veil on this stark reality, revealing a crisis that is not hidden, but is thriving in plain sight. It's shocking, but entire neighborhoods have transformed into modern-day encampments for those cast aside by the system. Why does this profound heartbreak persist in the birthplace of American freedom? Stay with us as we delve into these untold chronicles and work to spark real change. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Street Truths to join our cause. What unspoken truths are waiting to be revealed on the streets of Philadelphia? 1. A city divided. The scale of the crisis. In Philadelphia, a city of over 1.5 million, a staggering 5,700 people are without a home on any given night. That's enough to fill a stadium with individuals, each carrying a story of hardship, each fighting for survival. The contrast is brutal. Glistening skyscrapers cast long shadows over historic streets, where, just steps away, men, women, and families huddle for warmth in doorways and parks. How can this struggle exist in a city so rich in culture? This crisis isn't new, but it's accelerating at an alarming rate. Over the past decade, the number of unsheltered people has surged by 20%, fueled by soaring rents, stagnant wages, and a critical lack of affordable housing. Our goal is to show you the human beings behind these numbers. Consider Jordan, a 44-year-old construction worker who once helped build this city. "I was always just one missed paycheck from disaster," he tells us from a park bench, his voice raspy. "My hours got cut, the rent shot up, and I just couldn't hang on. Now, I'm just trying to make it to the next sunrise." His story is a chilling echo of thousands, a stark reminder of how fragile stability is. After losing his home, he spent months in a city park, surviving on the kindness of soup kitchens. But in the depths of despair, a flicker of hope. Jordan connected with a local job training program, arming him with new skills and part-time work. "It's not a lot," he admits, a cautious light in his eyes, "but it's a foundation, something to build on." His journey proves that every person we walk past has a story that deserves to be heard. If Jordan's fight for a new beginning moves you, subscribe to Street Truths to follow his path and the journeys of others as they bravely piece their lives back together. 2. The heart of the crisis. Kensington and beyond. In neighborhoods like Kensington, the homelessness crisis isn't an abstract concept. It's a visceral, daily reality. As the epicenter of the city's deepest struggles, nearly 1,000 people live without shelter here. Life is a raw battle for survival, made infinitely harder by the demons of addiction and untreated mental illness. The streets are a mosaic of makeshift homes, tents, cardboard, and hope, a testament to both resilience and desperation. But this isn't confined to one neighborhood. Even in Center City, where tourists flock to Independence Hall, homelessness hides in plain view. Over 300 people use the cold sidewalks as their beds, their entire existence packed into a single worn backpack. A city that celebrates freedom leaves so many without the basic freedom of a safe place to rest. How can we bridge this chasm? Listen to Lena, a 28-year-old mother who found herself on the street after fleeing an abusive home. "My daughter was with me," she recounts, her voice trembling. "We had nowhere to turn. I felt like a complete failure." For months, she and her little girl drifted through the shelter system, trapped on an endless waiting list. Then, a lifeline. A local nonprofit connected Lena with a caseworker who helped her secure a subsidized apartment. "It felt like I could finally breathe again," she says, a smile lighting up her face as she describes her daughter's new bedroom. Her story is a powerful testament to what targeted support can do, and a desperate call for more of it. 3. The ripple effect. How homelessness impacts everyone. Homelessness in Philadelphia is not an isolated problem. It's a societal earthquake, and its tremors are felt by every single resident. The city's public health system is buckling. Hospitals are inundated, treating thousands for preventable conditions at a staggering cost to taxpayers. Shelters designed for 4,000 are perpetually overflowing, leaving countless people with no safe haven. When the most basic needs of some are ignored, the entire community feels the aftershocks. Consider Henry, a 57-year-old military veteran who served his country, only to spend years on its streets. "I served my nation with honor," he says, his voice quiet but firm. "But when I came home, I couldn't find a place to call my own." After a long battle with his mental health, Henry found a lifeline through a veterans outreach program that provided counseling and housing. Today, he lives in his own apartment and volunteers to help other vets navigate the same dark path. "I need people to know there is a way out," he insists. There is hope. His transformation from despair to purpose is a blazing testament to what's possible when the right support is there. 4. Unpacking the root causes. To solve Philadelphia's homeless crisis, we have to look past the symptoms and unpack its complex roots. The city's housing market is a primary engine of the emergency. Since 2015, average rents have surged by 30%, while wages have barely moved. For many families, a single unexpected bill is all it takes to trigger an eviction. In 2022 alone, the city saw over 10,000 eviction filings. And while affordable housing projects exist, waiting lists can stretch for years, leaving families in a hopeless limbo. Addiction, particularly the opioid crisis, is another critical piece of the puzzle. In Kensington, the epidemic's epicenter, surveys indicate nearly 70% of the homeless population battles substance use. With treatment programs stretched thin, many are trapped in a revolving door of dependency and street life. Finally, mental health plays a massive role. An estimated 40% of the city's homeless population grapples with conditions like depression or PTSD. Too often, due to a severe lack of accessible care, these wounds go untreated. The solutions aren't simple, but they begin with acknowledging this complex reality. 5. The grip of addiction, a barrier to stability. In the shadowed corners of Philadelphia, addiction casts a relentless net, fueling a devastating cycle of homelessness. A 2024 City Health report reveals a harrowing statistic. An estimated 75% of Philadelphia's 5,700 unsheltered individuals are fighting a substance use disorder, with opioids as the primary antagonist. In Kensington, this struggle is on full display. Here, daily life is a battleground, a world distorted by dependency. This isn't just personal tragedy, it's a systemic failure. With only 1,800 treatment slots citywide, over 5,000 people are left without access to help. Without this support, the climb to stability is nearly impossible, as every moment is consumed by survival, not recovery. Why does a city so full of life and history leave so many behind? The economic toll is astronomical, bleeding $100 million annually from the city's budget for addiction-related health care. But the numbers don't tell the whole story. Addiction is a thief that steals dreams, severs connections, and extinguishes hope. Recovery programs, though scarce, offer glimmers of what's possible. But to truly turn the tide, requires a collective force of will. By sharing these stories, we are calling for a massive increase in resources to help Philadelphians reclaim their lives. 6. The hidden toll on families and children. Beneath the surface of this crisis lies a quiet, heartbreaking tragedy: the profound disruption to the lives of families, leaving children in a world of constant uncertainty. A 2025 school district report delivered a gut-wrenching number. Over 3,000 students experience homelessness every year. These children are nomads, moving between shelters and temporary housing, their schoolbooks a constant companion to the crushing weight of instability. Their futures are hanging in the balance. The struggle is deepened by a stark lack of family-oriented resources. Only 12% of the city's shelter beds are reserved for families, forcing many into crowded facilities or onto the streets. Parents face impossible choices, like skipping meals so their kids can eat, all while rising rents make stable housing a distant dream. For these families, education becomes a daily battle. Studies show homeless students are twice as likely to fall behind in reading and math. And yet, their resilience is heroic. Some walk for miles every day, a fierce determination in their eyes, just to get to school. In the city of brotherly love, how can we better support these young dreamers? By amplifying their voices, we call for action, to give every family a path to stability and every child the chance to thrive. 7. A community under strain. The homelessness crisis in Philadelphia doesn't exist in a vacuum. It stretches the city's social fabric to its breaking point. In neighborhoods like Fairmont, the presence of over 400 unsheltered individuals creates a palpable tension. Residents navigate a delicate balance, cherishing their community while grappling with the visible suffering on their doorsteps. This strain reshapes daily life. A 2025 Chamber of Commerce survey found local businesses in Center City saw a 12% drop in evening patrons, largely due to public safety concerns. Shop owners share stories of compassion, but also of frustration as foot traffic wanes. How can a city unite when its streets reflect such a stark divide? Families feel this impact deeply. In West Philadelphia, where 15% of public school students face housing instability, parents worry about their children's exposure to the crisis. Local schools report a 20% rise in behavioral challenges among these students, highlighting the heavy emotional toll. These children carry a weight of uncertainty that no child should ever bear. Homelessness doesn't just impact those without a home. It profoundly reshapes entire communities. The growing divide fosters fear, but it can also spark empathy. Neighbors organize clothing drives, but the sheer scale of the need outpaces their efforts. Can we bridge this gap with united action? By sharing these stories, we invite you to reflect on your own role in healing a strained city. 8. Toward solutions, a path forward. Imagine a Philadelphia where the challenge of homelessness is met not with despair, but with bold, innovative solutions. A city where every person holds the key to their own door. These solutions are already taking shape. A 2024 pilot program is transforming vacant lots into micro-home communities. These small but dignified units offer privacy and stability that crowded shelters can't provide. With only 200 units funded, however, scaling up is urgent. Meaningful job training offers another path. An initiative called PhillyWorks empowered 300 individuals in 2024 with skills for in-demand jobs, achieving an impressive 65% employment rate within 6 months. This is more than job training. It's about rebuilding confidence and rewriting futures. Of course, prevention is just as crucial. The city's eviction diversion program is a prime example. Last year, it kept 80% of 1,500 at-risk families in their homes through mediation. Bolstering these efforts with more funding could stop the cycle of homelessness before it even begins. What creative solutions would you champion? We call on you to imagine a city where housing, employment, and prevention converge to create lasting change, helping Philadelphia finally live up to its name. 9. The power of community and innovation. In the face of this daunting crisis, Philadelphia is finding its most powerful weapon, the unstoppable spirit of its community and the spark of innovation. Grassroots organizations like Philly Restart are illuminating the path. In 2024 alone, this volunteer group distributed over 10,000 hygiene kits and connected 300 people to job training. They're doing more than handing out supplies. They're building bridges of trust, proving every act of kindness matters. Technology is also offering new sources of hope. A 2025 initiative launched a mobile app that connects, in real time, 600 unsheltered individuals to open shelter beds. This isn't just convenience, it's a digital lifeline, ensuring no one spends a cold night searching in vain. Digital tools are also empowering outreach teams. Social workers now use GPS-enabled apps to find those in need faster, dramatically cutting response times. Meanwhile, programs like Tech Impact have trained 150 homeless residents in digital skills, opening doors to careers in tech and brighter futures. What if every city embraced these innovations? By weaving together community heart with technological ingenuity, Philadelphia is crafting a new blueprint for change. We urge you to subscribe and join us as we uncover how collective action can redefine the city of brotherly love for everyone. 10. What you can do. You have the power to help reshape the future of this crisis. Here's how. Start by volunteering at a local shelter. In 2024, volunteer hours surged by 15%, yet with over 5,700 people unsheltered, the need is more urgent than ever. Your presence alone offers hope and connection. Consider donating essential items. Things we take for granted, hygiene kits, warm clothes, food, are desperately needed. Organizations like Philly House provide over 10,000 meals monthly, but often face shortages. Your contribution directly brings comfort and dignity to those on the streets. Use your voice to drive systemic change. Advocate for policies that boost affordable housing and mental health resources. In 2025, community petitions were instrumental in securing $5 million more for housing programs. Sharing our content online is another powerful tool. Every share can spark a vital conversation and challenge harmful stereotypes about homelessness. Most importantly, embrace the power of small acts of kindness. A warm smile or a shared meal can remind someone they are not invisible. 11th, a call for collective action. Philadelphia's homelessness crisis is too vast for any one group to solve. It demands a united front, inviting every resident to play a role. We envision a city where all 5,700 unsheltered individuals find a pathway to hope through our collective action. This isn't a dream, it's a direct call to rally together. Nonprofits like Project Home have accomplished incredible feats, housing over 1,000 people since 2020. But they can't do it alone. They need partners. Imagine bakeries training apprentices or tech firms offering coding workshops. A 2024 city initiative that paired 150 homeless individuals with job mentors saw 65% of them find work within 6 months. What skills can your community contribute? True power lies in grassroots movements. Neighborhoods organizing meal drives or hygiene kit distributions are reaching hundreds, building bridges of trust where the system has failed. Could your block or workplace organize a similar effort to uplift those in need? Advocacy is the final critical piece. By championing policies for more affordable housing, knowing the 500 new units slated by 2026 are just a fraction of what's needed, citizens can push for systemic change that lasts. Share these narratives. Engage in difficult discussions. Amplify the voices that have been ignored for too long. Together, we can reshape Philadelphia into a city guided by compassion, proving our collective action can light the way to a brighter, more inclusive future. 12th, a city's shared future. Philadelphia's homelessness crisis is a mirror, reflecting the city's truest self, its heart, its strengths, and its most painful struggles. With over 5,700 people living without a safe home each night, the challenge is immense. But it is also a profound call to action, a chance to reimagine what the city of brotherly love can truly be. The path forward requires tackling the root causes: housing shortages, addiction, and mental health disparities. The city's plan for 1,000 affordable housing units by 2027 is a step. But when 10,000 eviction notices are filed every year, it's not enough. What will it take to close this gap? Investing in prevention is key. Rental assistance programs that saved 2,000 families from eviction in 2024 prove we can stop the cycle before it begins. Ultimately, our communities hold the power. From volunteers serving hot meals to businesses offering a second chance, Philadelphians are already weaving a new tapestry of hope. We invite you to become a thread in this tapestry. Share these stories. Volunteer. Advocate. Imagine a city where no child wonders where they will sleep, where every story of struggle becomes one of triumph. Together, we can redefine Philadelphia's future. Like, comment, and subscribe to Street Truths to remain a part of this vital journey. Let's amplify the voices that deserve to be heard and build a city where compassion reigns.